James came home smiling in the rain, ready to tell Ava their lives were finally about to change. But when he opened the door and saw her packed suitcases, he realized the person he loved was leaving right before his biggest breakthrough. James and Ava had been together since high school. They were the kind of couple everyone admired, always laughing together, holding hands in the hallways, and making promises about the future. James dreamed of opening his own car shop one day, while Ava wanted a beautiful life filled with travel, success, and comfort. They believed love alone could carry them through anything. After graduation, life became harder than they expected. James worked long hours at a small mechanic shop, coming home covered in grease and exhaustion. The pay was low, but he kept telling Ava, "Just give me time. I'm building something for us." Ava smiled at first and supported him, but deep down, she hated struggling. Their tiny apartment had leaking pipes, overdue bills, and nights where dinner was instant noodles shared under dim kitchen lights. Still, James never stopped trying. Every morning before sunrise, he left for work. At night, he studied business videos and repaired old cars for extra cash. He barely slept, but whenever Ava looked worried, he'd hold her hand and say, "One day, this will all be worth it." But the harder James worked, the lonelier Ava felt. Her friends posted pictures of luxury vacations and expensive gifts online. Slowly, she began comparing her life to theirs. She started arguing with James over small things: the broken heater, missed dates, unpaid bills. James kept apologizing, promising things would change soon, but Ava's patience was fading. One rainy evening, everything finally exploded. James rushed home excited after hearing his boss might offer him a better position. He imagined celebrating with Ava and telling her their lives were finally about to improve. But when he opened the apartment door, he saw suitcases near the couch. Ava stood there silently with tears in her eyes. "I can't do this anymore, James," she whispered. James froze. "What are you talking about? I'm tired of struggling," Ava said. "I'm tired of waiting for things to get better." James stepped closer, heart pounding. "But they are getting better. I'm trying my hardest." "That's the problem," Ava replied softly. "Trying isn't enough for me anymore." Those words hit harder than anything James had ever felt. Rain slammed against the windows as he begged her to stay. He reminded her of their dreams, the promises, the years they spent together. But Ava had already made up her mind. She picked up her suitcase, walked past him, and left without looking back. For weeks, James felt destroyed. The apartment felt empty without Ava's laughter. Some nights he sat alone in silence, wondering if love was ever real. But instead of giving up, he buried himself in work even harder than before. Pain became fuel. Months later, James finally got the promotion he fought for. Then another opportunity came. Eventually, he saved enough money to open a small garage of his own. What started as one tiny shop slowly became successful. One afternoon, years later, Ava walked past his garage by chance. She stopped when she saw the large sign with James's name on it and expensive cars parked outside. Through the office window, she saw James laughing with his employees, confident and successful in ways she once dreamed about. For a moment, regret filled her eyes. James noticed her standing outside. Their eyes met briefly through the glass. Ava gave a small sad smile, almost like she wanted to say something. But James simply nodded politely and returned to work. Because by then, he had learned something important. Real love doesn't leave when life gets difficult. The people who truly care about you stay during the struggle, not only after the success arrives. And sometimes, the hardest heartbreak becomes the reason someone finally discovers their strength.